The best, easiest peasant bread recipe. An easy no-knead bread recipe, this peasant bread only requires a few minutes of hands-on time. It's easy enough for beginners, and so delicious you'll want to serve it at every meal. Ingredients. A. 4 cups, 512 g, unbleached all-purpose or bread flour. B. 2 teaspoons, 10 g, kosher salt. C. 2 cups, 454 g, lukewarm water, made by mixing 1.5 cups cold water with 0.5 cup boiling water. D. 2 teaspoons, 8 g, sugar. E. 2 teaspoons, 8 g, instant yeast. I love SAF instant yeast. F. Room temperature butter, about 2 tablespoons. Instruction. 1. You need yeast. This is the yeast I buy exclusively, SAF instant yeast. Instant yeast can be whisked into the flour directly without any blooming or proofing. If you want to stick to active dry yeast, there are instructions in the recipe notes on how to do so. Red Star yeast is great. 2. Whisk together flour, salt, sugar, and instant yeast. Add lukewarm water. 3. Mix until you have a sticky dough ball. Let it rise for 1.5 to 2 hours. 4. Or until it looks like this. 5. Punch down the dough using 2 forks. 6. Then split the dough down the middle again using the 2 forks. 7. Because this is a very wet dough, it must be baked in an oven-proof bowl. I am partial to the Pyrex 1L 322 size, but any similarly sized oven-proof bowl will work. 8. Butter the bowls well, then transfer half of the dough to each prepared bowl. 9. Let the dough rise again until it crowns the rim of the bowl, about 30 minutes. 10. Transfer the bowls to the oven to bake. Bake for 15 minutes. Reduce the heat to 375 degrees and bake for 15 to 17 minutes longer. 11. Remove from the oven and turn the loaves onto cooling racks. The best way to store bread. 1. If you want to store the bread at room temperature for 3 to 4 days, I think the best method is in a Ziploc bag. I've tried other eco-friendly options, but nothing seems to keep bread freshest, the crumb the softest, better than a Ziploc bag. You can reuse the bags again and again. 2. If you intend to keep the bread for longer, I would freeze it. I often slice bread as soon as it cools completely, transfer the slices to a Ziploc bag, then freeze. This way, I know the bread was frozen at its freshest. 3. A Ziploc bag will not prevent the crust of bread from turning soft, which is why I suggest always reheating day-old bread. I use a toaster at breakfast for slices of bread, and I reheat half or quarter loaves in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes when serving for dinner. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.